Broncos country, reinforcements are on the way. That's what I'm talking about. We've got some great news to discuss regarding some players returning that, I mean, we're going to need, and we're going to need them playing at their best in order to take down an undefeated Kansas City Chiefs team. And stick around as well, because in the second half, I'm going to go over some really great news about Bo Nix as well. Of course, I want to know what y'all think about these things. Get in the comments, smash that like, subscribe. We're on our way to 2,000, but let's go ahead and get it, guys. Let's start with the injury report. Hey, very good. Zach Allen, he's just getting some rest. DJ Jones looking like he's going to be playing, so that's fantastic. Again, if we're going to disrupt Patrick Mahomes like all these other great quarterbacks in the past, you need to get pressure up front, up the middle. You got to disrupt the pocket. Zach Allen, DJ Jones can do that. Huge thing. Devin Key looked like Raheem Moore last week. PJ Locke's going to be back from that thumb injury. Second straight practice, full participation. Looks like Mike McGlinchey, as well as De'Aaron Turner-Yell, Luke Wattenberg are also good to go as well. So that's great. We're getting our starting center back. I think we saw last week that Alex Forsyth still could use another offseason in the strength training program, I think. And getting Luke Wattenberg back is going to give us at least our best chance at establishing a run game against a very elite Kansas City Chiefs defense. And you guys might have noticed this right here. Drew Sanders, who tore his Achilles this offseason, edge rusher now, seems to be participating, limited in practice right now off of PUP, but the Broncos got 3 weeks. They got 3 weeks to decide if they're going to activate him for the season or not, or shut him down for the year. This is credit to Andrew Mason, but he's shown here, number 41, Drew Sanders, kind of getting some work in, which is nice to see. I want the Broncos to be very, very cautious with this. Again, don't rush back an Achilles injury if you don't have to. Right now, I don't expect him to be in the too deep when it comes to the edge rotation. I think that even while trading away Baron Browning, we have 4 very good edges that I think that we can depend on. Of course, having somebody like Drew Sanders on the back end of that is more helpful than it is hurtful, obviously. But let's be cautious with this. You don't want to see a re-injury. You want to see him out there when he's got faith in that Achilles and he's got his explosion back, right? So it's going to be interesting to track how he progresses over the next 2 weeks to see if he does come back for a late playoff push as well. Now, this is the other piece of news that I was wanting to get to regarding Bo Nix, and that is Kansas City Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo had glowing words to say about Bo Nix, and this wasn't like a canned answer. Like, it's very clear what he thinks about Bo Nix, and I think you guys are going to be encouraged and love to see this. But he said here, this is courtesy of James Palmer. He said, I went back and watched the first game he played in and I thought Sean had him doing things that sometimes you say, do you have a rookie do it in the first game that he plays? But yet, there he is doing it. I just think he's gotten better every week. He looks more comfortable. You guys can see it. It's another athletic quarterback, and I think those guys are always headaches because there's certain things you can and can't do because you're afraid that he's going to make you look bad with his feet, and he can do that. I think he's getting, listen, the guy can throw the football. There's no doubt about that. They have themselves a good one. Wow. Wow. Just glowing words from Spags, an elite defensive coordinator, an elite defensive mind on Bo Nix. He did not have to go as far as he went to give his thoughts on Bo Nix. That is genuine. And that is what we've seen throughout this uh, entire season. We've seen Bo Nix take little steps every single week for the most part. And although the score doesn't reflect it last week against the Ravens, I thought he looked the part. Now, in order to go up and get this win against the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs, not only does Bo Nix need to look the part, our weapons, our receiving weapons, Do you even call them weapons? They need to look the part. They need to play like weapons. We need them to catch the ball. We need them to give maximum effort. We need them to find the running lanes, and we need them to make those little extra effort plays, diving for footballs, diving for the first down, extending, knowing the yardage, knowing the situation on when they need to be inbounds or out of bounds. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen that. Is this the week that wide receivers coach Kerry Colbert gets it right with the personnel and the coaching, and we see these guys give great effort throughout the entire depth chart? That's my hope. That is definitely my hope. Do we see Lil Jordan Humphrey held accountable for his terrible play, his his lazy, in my opinion, attempts to catch some of these balls? His lack of catching balls leading to interceptions or holding on to the ball, lack of doing that, leading to fumbles and killing our drives on the first possession. We need to get off to a fast start against Kansas City. We need to punch them in the mouth and let them know that, hey, we're there. Little Jordan Humphrey does not give me faith that we can do that. Let's see what A.T. Perry can do. 5th round pick. He has more touchdowns in his career than Marvin Mims does with playing less football. Let's see what he can do. Give me A.T. Perry, baby. And I guess in retrospect, with Darius Slayton dealing with concussion, it just didn't make sense to trade for him, sadly. So that's who we got the rest of the year. Can A.T. Perry step up? Can some of these young guys start to look the part and run some better routes? We'll have to see. But this is a full strength Kansas City Chiefs team that we're going up against for the most part. Juju Smith Schuster looks like he might miss another game. We'll see about McCole Hardman, but we have DeAndre Hopkins to worry about. That's going to be okay. We got Pat Surtain. Can our defense do the rest? Can we do our part on getting to Mahomes, disrupting that pocket? I'm going to get into more of my keys to the game tomorrow, guys. And let me know your thoughts on Bo Nix, on what Spags said about him, what you've seen from him from week 1 through today. Let me know your thoughts on the return of PJ Locke and some of the other guys we're getting back, like Luke Wattenberg. What do you want done with Drew Sanders? Again, guys, thank you so much. I always appreciate putting out content, talking Denver Broncos for you guys every day. If you could do me a favor, not only smash the like, subscribe, we're on our way to 2,000, and share the channel. We are growing here in Broncos country. I'll be back again tomorrow. As always, go Broncos.